have our light moments too by chit-chatting about issues that affect our day-to-day life. We stay right here on the Sundown. Join in and be part of the show on iRadio, Your Eye on South Sudan. The Sundown. For the news, views, opinion, debates and discussions. Listen to Who is Who, talking about issues that affect our country and continent. Only on the Sundown, Your Eye on South Sudan.
Hello and welcome to the Sundown Show on iRadio with me, Madrama James. Today is Thursday, the 21st of August 2025. The program comes to you Monday to Friday from 4 to 6 p.m. for comprehensive look at the daily events, the latest information, in-depth analysis, exclusive interviews, and exciting surprises. To be part of the show, call us on 0911-229-86-986 and for us a text message on 0913-986-986. If you can't access the radio, we are also on Facebook, X, YouTube, and more. You can also stream this broadcast live by logging to our website at www.org. We kickstart this show by beginning it in Uganda, where the Uganda People's Defense Forces and the South Sudan People Defense Forces have reaffirmed their commitment to work together in addressing recent security incidences along the shared border. The two armies met on August 20th at Defense and Intelligence Headquarters in Buea, Kampala. The high-level meeting was co-chaired by Uganda's Commander of Land Forces, Lieutenant General Kayanja Mwanga, and South Sudan Chief of Defense Forces, General Dao Haturjong Nyual. The meeting followed earlier talks in Juba after clashes between the two forces in Kajukeji County, Central Equatoria State. During the session, both commanders emphasized the historic ties between the two armies, the needs for cooperation in securing the border and avoiding blames for what they describe as small incidences caused by junior officers on either side. They also agreed to explore joint operations to prevent spoilers from creating tension among communities living along the frontier. Let's first listen to General Kayanja Mwanga addressing the meeting.
First of all, we welcome you to Uganda, which is your other home. We are very happy when we see you here. South Sudan Defense Forces and the UPDF, Uganda People's Defense Forces, have a very, very strong historical relationship. All the struggles in the past that the SPLA went through, we were together. All our struggles here in Uganda, in the north and in South Sudan, when we were struggling against the rebels of Joseph Kony, we were together with the South Sudan Defense Forces. It's a very, very important relationship that has taken decades. As we sit here today, solve some of the incidents at our border. I call them just small incidents between sister forces. I think we don't need to forward blames before such a meeting that has come to solve the problem. What we need to do is to find the problems that have brought us here, and as leaders, we look for solutions, not blaming this one or that, because our juniors down there, sometimes they make mistakes on either side of the border. So we need to come in maturely and solve this problem. And I think along the discussions that we shall be holding, we shall find the solutions. We shall find the remedy for the misunderstandings that have been there. Because these misunderstandings are not between the two governments, and they are not between the two armies. So we need to look at them and then find a remedy. That's why we are here.
Well, you heard it, of course, from that General Kayanja Mwanga talking right there. And now up to here, dear listener, let's also listen to the Chief of Defense Forces of that, the SS PDF as well, right here.
And I think the purpose of our coming, it is an invitation from CDF or PDF. Last time we went there, we held several meetings concerning the events happened around Kajikaji, and he called us to come here. We discussed, we ourselves, we took the matter seriously. So we formed a delegation composed of 7. Our concern and the purpose we came here on 3 things. One, insecurity in Kajikaji. We are coming here to come and share discussions and come out with one way forward. Another thing, you know, sister country, if they don't pay business to each other, I think the gap will create itself. I'm new in the positions, so I'm lucky. I have almost 1 month in the office. So it is my luck to be invited to come here. As we are well aware, there are some spoilers in the border, and they are active. If we are not careful enough, they can even create misunderstanding among the friendly forces. As you said before, I grown up in liberation struggle. I know the support given to us by Ugandan people, Uganda defense forces during the wartime. I think we do support ourselves. We do fight the common enemy among ourselves. So we want to keep this relationship and friendly for the future to come. So CDF proposed when he beat South Sudan that you come, let us sit down, discuss how to carry out, to conduct the joint operation along the border. Is the mercy, he told me, and that is why I come and sit with them to discuss this matter and put it to the hand of those junior officers to go and implement it. It is a very important issue. Joining operation will maintain the security. Even the spoiler will not get room to cause havoc to our local population along the border. So I'm happy to be here. With this meeting, I think we'll come out with something can rescue the security and can let our people stay in good harmony in the border. Thank you very much.
General Dao Turjuang addressing, of course, the media. Remember that meeting took place yesterday in a place called Buea, Kampala.
For information and entertainment, stay tuned to iRadio, your eye on South Sudan.
Well, up to here, it's your turn now to pick that cell phone and dial our studio line on 0911022986. What's your take on the joint meetings between the Uganda and South Sudanese army? Do you consider it will bring lasting security along the border. And share your thought with us via also our Facebook page, that's iRadio. And meanwhile, you can send for us a text message on that's 091-3986-986. And I'm SSPDF, my UPDF Gabil Fimbuya Kampala. Waumon binakish fimodu bitamni fa aleka junubi hali tamtake tamunakisha wala intimadel bagder jebo salamu bezat fi hudud wa fi mugata bita kajukeje 09 wide wale nini 986 wal mukhalama ay radio yes David Mago.
My brother, the meeting is okay and the site, but it will not bring a lasting solution. Why? There are grievances that need to be solved. Number one, the politics within East Africa, if it is not differentiated to give right to every country, there will be no solution. Because Uganda, they have seen South Sudan as their second home, and they did not know that this is a different country. Number two, if all South Sudanese are now available in Uganda and they don't want to remain in South Sudan, the Ugandan can still take advantage of the people, but the government of South Sudan will not take any action because many South Sudanese are staying in their places. That's why they need to take advantage all the time to take any place that they like. Number three, this will need attention from the office of the president. He's the one who knows exactly what is going on in East Africa between Kampala and Juba. So you need the attention. Lastly, there is no border that can be solved by the military wing. The border is being solved by the politician with the help from the chiefs in the area that who have good knowledge of 1956 in both sides. So if we want a solution of that border, it needs exactly those who are in charge of land, not those who are in charge of military or those who are in charge of politics. If you see, like a statement of Kranja, he says that our junior officers, that they did not respect, who command them? The one who is commanding them to do everything there, and the one who have orders is from the high command. There is no one soldier who can react without any order from a high command. There is nothing like that, unless it is not military. If it is military, there is somebody in charge who gives that orders for the action to be taken. So that one need our government to be very keen enough. Otherwise, the politicians should have to tell the South Sudanese what is the secret thing that they have planned with Uganda about South Sudan. Because this land we have created by God as our land. So we cannot allow like that. If the government is not able to do so, then the citizens that we are not able to do this issue of border. So that the youth of this country can decide by themselves what to do. Because it is we who have right now than the politicians who are going. Thank you.
Thank you, David Magok. Now, via our Facebook page, we have Arthur Duech. He asked, where did this particular meeting happened? It happened yesterday in a place called Buea, Kampala. Meanwhile, we have HD. He asked, what's the results of or the outcome of the meeting? My brother, both sides have agreed to explore joint operations to prevent spoilers from creating tension among communities living along the border. So those are some of the resolutions. Now we are asking you, do you think this joint meeting between the UPDF and SSPDF will bring lasting security along that the border? I read you.
Yes, hello.
Ayua.
Yeah, Madrama, you're speaking to Abdallah Lolo Linka.
Good to have you. What's your take?
Madrama, I don't believe that something good will come between the meeting of those two militaries. As the Uganda leader said that this is just the junior ones. Juniors are the ones fighting on the ground. Why is that they deploy tank so many weapons to the border? If the junior one fought, then they also add some more forces. So this thing, we shall not get deceived. That way, something good will come, maybe people will reconcile. It is a planned thing. For me, I don't believe that actually a relationship that will last for long will come when there's no any other demarcation, the border. Truly, we need the border has to be demarcated properly. Even international will intervene. Not only those two head of states just saying that no, this is what we can do by the international community. We need our border of 1960 something, 50 something, so that we believe actually who is violating our rights. But for now, this one will not bring an end to the chaos between the borders. This is my comment. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your thought with us. W. Christopher from Western Equatoria State, Yambio, that Madrama, please pass my congratulatory message to a student who passed the exam very well. And, according to you, iRadio is not currently working in Yambio for like 4 days. You don't know what's happening. Thank you. Our management, of course, will take a look at that, and we shall also keep you updated. But first, we are focusing on that meeting that took place between Uganda, that's UPDF, and SSPDF. Do you think these will bring lasting peace at the border? Radio.
Hi, Radio. How are you?
I'm a community advisor.
Community advisor from both.
Welcome.
You brought up a good topic, and that is the current affairs of South Sudan. What I've seen from that meeting held between those generalities, that cannot bring lasting peace. Why I say so? I heard from many people who are elder than me that BPR was part of South Sudan. If they accept to make this in a peaceful way, let them leave all the areas that are encroached by Ugandan citizens. It starts from BPR up to the current areas taken by them now. If not, we will call out our people of South Sudan from Uganda to come to South Sudan, and we will see who is taking that place.
And is that a solution to you? Because some of these South Sudanese in Uganda, they're in school, and others are doing life important project.
Yes, but we must call them out from Uganda, because Uganda cannot take advantage, because there are many people who are living in Uganda. Some people live as refugees, and some people live as a student, and some people live as doing other businesses, which cannot let the land of South Sudan be taken by Uganda. Number two, your brotherhood. When you stay with your brotherhood cannot tamper or cannot go to your home affairs to encroach, to take some part of your area. Although the relationship will be cut off, and we, the people of South Sudan, the time we joined East Africa Community, we was about to say, why are we joining East Africa Community? But now, East Africa communities take advantage to encourage or encroach the people land of South Sudan. And there are some people in the border who have dual citizenship. They are Ugandan and they are South Sudanese. When there is war in South Sudan, they go to Uganda and say we are Ugandan. Those people, we must to tell them that you must to put your feet in one position. Otherwise, you will lose these two countries at the same time. Going to Kenya, the same thing happened. So we, the people of South Sudan, we will sit down and we ask ourselves, if the change is a problem, change must come and change will give us everything to people of South Sudan.
Thank you.
We are tired, but we can fight for that border from Uganda and from Kenya.
Thank you.
We, the citizens of South Sudan.
Thank you.
So that's what we supposed to think, but that one cannot be solution because envoys and to be solved at that way cannot bring any solution unless we will take guns. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Community Advisor. Let's keep it here, dear listener. For now, let's have a quick commercial break. When we come back, we shall keep the conversation going right about here.
Attention, attention. The malaria vaccine is available in South Sudan, targeting children aged 5 to 23 months. The vaccine has been integrated into routine immunization services with 4 scheduled doses, which is highly recommended to be received at 5, 6, 7, and 18 months of age. Ensure your child receives all 4 doses for best protection and to boost their immunity. The vaccine is safe, free, and effective, significantly reducing the risk of malaria and saving lives. Even after vaccination, continue to sleep under a long-lasting insecticide-treated mosquito net every night. Remove stagnant water and clear the bush around your home to keep mosquitoes away. As part of the second phase, the vaccine will be rolled out across 52 counties of Upper Nile, Western Equatoria, Lakes, Unity, Eastern Equatoria, Jonglei State, Abyei, Rueng, and Pibor administrative areas. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health with support from WHO, UNICEF, and partners.
Albonain, always at your service. For all wholesale traders, save more for your people. Wholesale food items available now. Sugar, rice, oil, and more, including cars and beyond. Top quality, competitive prices. To place your order, WhatsApp 09123 03076 or 09123 06078 or visit us at Juba Airport Road. Albonain, always at your service. Don't miss out. Quantities are limited. Life is about flavor. You gotta spice things up because there's only one Benny. It's a mission to give the people more flavor because flavor is a feeling. It transforms any meal from lunches on the go to mixes, salads, and soup. You just need one envelope to bring everyone together. Benny, live with more flavor.
لمعلومات وترفيه خليك على آي راديو، عينك على جنوب السودان.
عينك على جنوب السودان. شيلو تلفون توالي اتصل في 09 وايد ولا 22986 زيت ماسما hukuma bita Junuba Sudan wa Uganda قبل في Kampala mahali Simbuya عشان كيف نناقش في موضوع القناصل في كاجوكيجي يا سؤال لك حالة بمعنى ولهتا متأكد قالي انتماع بتا hukuma تندل بجيبو سلام بزات في مغاثة بتا كاجوكيجي 09 وايد ولا 22986 هاي راديو.
الو مساء الخير.
مساء النور أستاذ كمال.
أي والله ده حاجة very strange. الآن لما نرجع في الأربعينات الثلاثينات خمسينات 50s وكده up to 60s I think Uganda is a Sudan desert. Because if you see a town called Bugerere, Malian Kudu Kuku, Kantika Bombo, the Kulu Malian, the Kulu barriers to the town, Nubigel. The Shufta Masal and Saita, so you may, or like, the Kulu actually, even part of Mali, they are there as a citizen. What is behind this exactly? There must be something behind all this. Because Naskan begins during the time with President Idi Amin. Sudan is one, and Uganda, they are what people? I don't know what this is happening exactly. Things are being changed. Who are there now? Asuli are there, Mahdi are there. What is happening? We are all brothers. Kalambita. There is something which is we don't like. But anyhow, we live. We wish that we live as Nakona Judud Vitana kind of idea. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ustaz Kamal. I radio.
Madrama James Lino.
Yes, sir. Joseph.
Ayo, ada kaya ako.
Mawatal.
Kajian na topic. Bela. Ano tayo din ako. Ano makikilog ako matalaga. Ano iminci top mon na na. Iminci. Ala kenda ko na maarap ka sa kampanya ano mo sulti sino. Ya pues, ana ina jirgin da dare salam. Wannan dar salam, da mazar makakin da madar musu. Lakin ana bayano, ana ya apana tana jena so kantin ne, ana dare mu ano, mun da musu laban ne jirgin.
Muni awari leta.
No, ma ya le gori, ma ya ba, ande mata ma, tamo mara almon ba mun hayo zare. Wasi hadin je manna bon beta umona ko pay mal tan ne kiti anna yedo kan garan ne rawe pe line ta South Sudan tan na Uganda anna ne kidi dakal la gadi juwa la gadi jaka boko ina la kan na ma jiro kalam de mo ndri mi la gadi mi ta gadi la gadi jiro ko juro de mo ndri mi la gadi ci ajere ci perke ka yawo bi ngal ya ya Uganda.
Naam, fa Joseph swaleta mtakid intima baina Juba wa Kampala wala Uganda wa South Sudan alhasil fi Kampala de bijib salam besad masalan fi hudud wala fi mughatha bitakajukeji.
Asan bijibu salam kwez. Kan Uganda ya dakalu kisirasa fi sa tafsiran mahala Uganda dakal fungo de kede kuno di kede mo na han South Sudan. An South Sudan ya dakal ja Uganda mahala South Sudan dakal fungo de a ya de kede wodi fi de Ugandan. Yala mahala da bamu deployment. Uganda bamu deployment of forces common. SSPD bamu deployment of forces common. We not going jere. Lakin kan why one country had deploy yes for the SSPD ya elected the SSPD massive. Mo bi continue ni yara bage sa malam jari yara malum monsiru de zaran to ale jure ka mushkila wana dugule na sana junubin bi no ana de pata gire ana mamo pere gale salam de gabe an de na South Sudan Uganda de galanta pada le ana dugule de danno all the bad dia jira molo religious jesh ta Sudan ta South Sudan de jesh sa Uganda de lo malo akuma ke DJ Barnaman ma bom asan mo mbara nasi kalam de na jere ma ma haja ta di bes je de SSD de SSD ya yenti no di solva yere haja ta boda de ma be dakal ma asakar ma bagere helo kan yanno umon buron su karamata adapta yeso mala dugu adapta yeso mala awo.
No, and Joseph tabgol tama mujtane gal salam biyeji fa itab mana bedap shunu ita kaman bugol sakir bezan mesela SSPDF wa UPDF ma bagar helu mashakil bitawudud ya mulu shunu thep
andere ya san kalande bi hilu mbar kalande ko hawa bar kalande ko un ma yar fugar akuma tanna likeji je parliament tana lajin o ta Uganda akuma ta Uganda likeji mo be jeni kit mo be ano kalam mo mbara se bidaya ti senas 0 inan an huruta South Sudan Uganda de wen yala be amonola enda kan be romat wala bi jarafo ka sabina fan ejo kedaro gare kanda dakanen ka be gaw malda kanda be gaw malda yanno ana gidam da gede Madrama jini anwa trust Uganda anwa trust Uganda ne wandri kire kale I'm sorry to say this lagana zugul gale mutu takai pitana anwa do ko don gere this is group pitana mutu wen ti ato sega de kana malanna je jini al yana de lo suru junubi ana gumudu be saharen wala do ana I will find out
no
so sa jongere mutu si ato sare
na malian
aliyomda asili yomda de kan isu danno ko kedar galan ne junubi inda ni waja pe kalam pe tamudu ta ajol zana tegi lokan yo sa jongere mun ma katro jado kan junubi ma bukun gere
ya shukran na malian
kanum won ga sinu salam junubi salam madar salam anna junubi bidalan be katro badon anna lelu kande danga o lesna ne lomon dan de ma no be king gala kan
shukran
Uganda yuna ni anna madar rajere mata de jol la kan gera ke Uganda gran masakile ille kan mari yiri min Uganda le jiribi ni galanda masakile
shukran ana malia na magad benakish modu betamuta John Garang wanim right nin ninagad basal halin tima bena Uganda wa South Sudan tamtakid bijibu salam wa amni fi bezad mugatha bita kajukeji taban kumatendel gabilu mbari wa monakish ketir wa ketir tabugol bedhap shino nam nishil fasil ala badaka nina biarja
The Sundown for the news, views, opinion, debates and discussions. Listen to who is who talking about issues that affect our country and continent. Only on the Sundown, your eye on South Sudan.
Let me now turn my focus to that our Facebook page, and we have a text coming in from Victor Long, and he's saying this is a great move by UPDF and SSPDF by reaffirming their commitment to working together in addressing recent security incident along the shared border. And keep those messages coming. We are asking you, do you think the joint meeting between the Uganda and South Sudanese army will bring lasting security or peace along that the border? 0911-029-8696 Hi Radio.
Hello Radio.
Naam. Mr. Nur.
Why 1984 Vijay.
Marhab.
Kalam peta kunseme. Ana kukuli ino yani munaka salaga da mulwe swaja be na jetendel jum Sudan o jesa Uganda o badar jibu ger. Yanu le ana buguru kida kan pe ani peno tija kajar. Yo mata mo disbiri ku keje kanu man kan sakel. O na kan gum min juba be RGT kita achil jamanda kin ma se la kar be keje na kana na wada. Wannan kan limu kan ma jesse da Uganda kan na kan wonu jo mitingat ino harbe kaliwogi woni na kan ko no kan fi police da Uganda fi police da South Sudan ko fi jesse da Sudan fi jesse na da kan mo na kan ka bo dori amoro bilel lu jo digo lajin bidor lajin ma der na le motinin bidor to wale kan na wogi bu kan aja da pijama ndagi kan na kare jawara le juba ko ni na kan ma se subale wade peram belagega Uganda daga deep into South Sudan Tame sick de aja kan na kan so benak ude kan man jarjar ma kwes yani mo jageri be jebel bugulo jalimo de geri bina be yana bul be de yani one mile or half of mile jadu yani mo geri be mo mana bino yani ma geri jonto monina yana na kan so baja da kan o mata mama de mo kan ina wogi fu mazake la jan mo kun mazake le mare mo tinin geri de ade le chuaja da kama bijibu to ger ajan mazaki lukun mape lakin de kada ena berana sake de na de ai radio age ga de keli gulu yala kan commission kan tere keji kan bi demand kan keli boda de kan keri resimu kalam de kan lifu la da sa de lisa ya uli sa the same thing is still happening so aja le pide mina demand be kan wonu meeting that de Wudifu masakile muinde be wudude kiri resimu ajanna ba ko dora na madar wajara ki jinu Sudan wala na dara ko dora mara wa wudude be resimu mala le kan naja to jiwa de kele mori ka malto mala azele mo arua barao arua de ja dakil jinu ba Sudan de mo du suri de kulu sa jinu ba Sudan
so yala ma fizol bugolo mahale makati tutatwale be kamelo gala arua fi dakil jinu ba Sudan kef
de aja al maruf jede yala aja de fide de sira Uganda de kele raja munwara yala kaman jinu Sudan kaman kalamu aja kaman kele ayno kaman lunaje ma kadarwa kaman kele ayno guata ni kaman kele rawa jawo kaman pitar na kele mongeni geri na de bayano kele tijunu aja mbamu doriat lubari Uganda de ma basu majado yomi na yoma na 1981 jara na ukuni kidama ko majinu biya jawar libana kidama na yom kanda wa chala na kala na ena iboda ena shukran
shukran. 1984 loeta bada besod bitasalam wana bumana kaman i khalas bar besod bitasalam lekin barshiata bugul eta betala la hadi be Uganda ushino kalamadel kuluma banfa radio.
Hello. Yes. Mark Eliseo Malismi Haigem. Kev.
Ma batal.
Ay kalam beta komde ma bijibo hal. Le kalam ana kelim zare. Lanu jama del jesu mon yagronuso. Lakin nas salatin bita mahal fi on the ground. Barin ajo salatin bita ena kaman bijibu umuni ya baarfa hilo mushkila de asu mushkila de gira hilina jesh lakin yani tiada alhaq alarfu du domon o nasi mari bena kaman du domon wen de kana zeb awul nas bura on the ground bijafi keji na bainu harita de South Sudan akir wen yala Uganda zat akir wen badamon bijafi solution lakin hasare nas on the ground sibumon nas raena fi Uganda na kraken fotela nas ron sonu satani alma be sadu nas ota mas ta liju kalam gidam lakadiza akhwal kalim de kalam de kanu nusu bas sibu zede lakin yani ana gainu la الحقيقة الكلام ده بيناجا في سلاطين تكيجي تكوكو في سلاطين تا مادي تا يوغندا هم بعرفوا تومن وين ناس يا حال بعدين زي ناس كبار بتاعنا هنا بتاع البرلمان هم بكون فوقه يعني جزء ده ناس تا مشاكل مثلا بيجيبوا بأريس حدود لكن ناس اللي بيهيلوا الكلام ده مواطنين الفجوا كيجي سلاطين ما زي إلداس تاكوكو متمادي هم نيابي هيلو مشكلة لكن هسا الكلام القال هيلو مباري هناك ده ما هيلو حال ده بس تابردونار لكن مشاكل لسه قرأ قدام شكرا
Shukran jazilan. Up to here, let's have a quick break.
Itafi mahali btistahik tukun fiu kaligma iRadio ena takum fi Junuba Sudan.
Well, now let's cross to Parliament where Honorable Dr. Gada James Akila, the chairperson of the Committee on Agriculture and Food Security, has stable emotion on South Sudan territory and boundaries with the neighboring countries. The motion seeks to address long-standing dispute with Sudan, Kenya, Uganda, and Ethiopia by urging the House to reaffirm the country's sovereignty as defined by the 1956 borders, exhibit border demarcation, and establish a clear legal and diplomatic framework to manage dispute. Let's listen to part of the motion as presented to the August House.
South Sudan, as a sovereign nation, is currently faced with the challenges of determining its international borders and internal boundaries. This has been persistent since independence, with the neighboring countries such as Sudan, with the BA being contested, Kenya with the Elemi Triangle being contested, and Kajukeji borders with Uganda and Gambela with Ethiopia, among others. Article 1 of the Transitional Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan as amended 2011 define South Sudan territory as all lands and airspace that constituted the three southern provinces of Equatoria, Upper Nile and Bahr Ghazal as of January 1st, 1956. This provision can be construed as independent and semi-autonomous region prior to the 2011 independence and the 2005 CPA era. It is important to note that Southern Sudan were the semi-autonomous regions of the Sudan. Therefore, defining South Sudan boundaries should be drawn from the international boundaries of the Sudan as it stands of January 1st, 1956, with the clear borders defined in Annex to the Constitutions. This motion is initiated to urge the August House to deliberate on constitutional provisions to establish clear legal, political, and diplomatic frameworks for managing and resolving border issues to address the international boundaries of the Republic of South Sudan with its neighboring countries and communities to ensure sovereignty and promoting regional peace, and also the land and the natural resources, rivers, airspace, all are part of this country. Objectives of this motion. There are some objectives. A, determining boundaries of the Republic of South Sudan. Second, B, the exactly size of the Republic of South Sudan. As we know, it is 6,044, but we need the real correct one. C, pointing specific areas of boundaries in the 10 states and the 3 administrative areas. Right, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Members, I propose this recommendation to the August House. 1. Affirm the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the Republic of South Sudan as defined by 1956 and international laws and agreements. The second recommendation is request the government to expedite the process of demarcating and marking the border with the neighboring countries and identify boundaries and pointing area clearly in the permanent constitution where necessary is, in line with the international best practices and bilateral agreements. Recommendation number 3, draw and pass a legitimate map for the Republic of South Sudan and serve all levels of governments in the Republic of South Sudan. Recommendation number 4, identify and correct the exactly size of the Republic of South Sudan. 5, summon and direct border committee. As we know, the border committee headed by Honorable Michael McCoy Lewis, and the Ministry of Defense, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, to strengthen cooperation with the neighboring countries to enhance border disputes and promote peaceful relations. Recommendation number 6, mandate the Committee on Foreign Affairs and Committee of National Security and Land to oversee the implementation of this motion and report back to the August House within 2 weeks as I propose, and it's upon to you to update this August House in any progress made supporting reasons. These supporting reasons also are very important. I feel it is important. Clear and secure borders are essential for stability and development of our nation. By affirming our territorial integrity and working towards well-defined and secure borders, we can enhance regional cooperation, prevent conflict, and focus on the socio-economic development of our great nation. Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable members, before I go to the conclusion, just there is a touch document given to you and as an example that's showing you how countries are behaving and prescribing and stipulated very important things about their boundaries and territory in their own territory. And if you open, there is a second schedule. This one I just get that copy from the Constitution of Uganda, just an example. And the same thing in Kenya you will get in other countries. So I wanted you to open this schedule and the second page. And in the second page, if you see the paragraph, the first paragraph, the second paragraph, where I started from this point. If you allow me, Honorable Speaker, to proceed.
Yeah, proceed.
From this point, the boundary of follows the Nile Congo watershed in the northerly direction to a point about 3 kilometers south of source of the River Kaya. The trijunctions of the Uganda, Zaire, Sudan international boundaries since in a straight line to the source of River Kaya, sends along the salvage of River Kaya, downstream to its confluence with the unnamed river which runs immediately south of the Shai and the Lodwa rocks. Just I'm stopping here. I'm giving you this example. People prescribing their boundaries. You know, if it is a straight line, it is a line. If there is a stone or a rock, they have stipulated. If it is a river, they have stipulated. So that we have to have a specific article in our constitution, or even it can be a schedule attached or annexed to the constitution, so that we have a legal document that it protects our boundaries. Right, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Members, in conclusion, I'm here by moving this motion to the August House to support this motion to ensure the protection of our territorial integrity and to promote peace and stability in our region, and deliberate on this motion and come up with a clear recommendation really can guide and resolution as follows. And my intention for this motion, Right Honorable Speaker, just the protection of our territorial integrity. There is nothing behind hidden, and we cannot stay like this without a provision in our constitutions that to defend our territory up to now since the independence of 2011. So I'm urging the House to give a construction deliberation so that we move on as the sovereign country of the Republic of South Sudan. Thank you very much.
This is iRadio.
From Parliament now, back to you as we discuss the South Sudan's Defense Forces and the Uganda People's Defense Forces reaffirming their commitment to work together in addressing recent security incidents along their shared border. Now, we have heard from General Kayanja and then General Dow of SSPDF. It's your turn. Do you think, now also from the Parliament, do you think all these moves will address the security and peace issues along the shared border? Radio. Get back to us on 091122986986. Halta mutakit katwa command recommendation al-bedap atlamin hada James Akila. Radio.
Madrama James.
Yes.
Good evening, my brother.
Good evening, Joseph.
Thank you. My brother, let me greet you and your team, and let me greet our people in audio. My brother, this issue, it is very unfortunate situation. Sudan, the government of South Sudan, the government of Uganda are very close, very friends. Many people know, even the people in the villages know that every day, President of Uganda and President of South Sudan, they are very close. They are always help themselves for some administrative issues. As the friend, and and very near countries. My brother, why I'm saying this, Ugandan soldiers, they are training, they give lessons to the government of South Sudan because they are there defending territory of Uganda. If they encroach to South Sudan, they encroach because they claim territory to be territory of Uganda. But government, as the government of South Sudan, they abandon their soldiers to their redeployment, and they don't redeploy their borders. You know, to get independent, you must redeploy your forces in the boundaries. If there is people there, you have to make a relation with them. But from Uganda and up here inside of South Sudan, our boundaries are not redeployed. This one, number one. It is lack of the capabilities of doing our best. So it is blamed our government. Why you don't deploy your forces in the boundaries, and you equip your forces. Our forces are surviving on shackles. This is another blame. Secondly, it is the government of South Sudan to talk to the Ugandan to withdraw immediately before to come up on the agreement, because they have friends on them. If their citizen kill another citizen, also fail on them. But our government, they don't work on that. It is the government of Uganda now who being in position, because now people are trying to go to Boyer to agree on those points. We have the issue on part of Sudan, like Korayuel. Many people encroach. We have problem in Panakwaj, in Ruang administrative area, Sudanese encroach. We have problem in part of Joko in east of my Wood County. We have problem in 14 Mile in part of Wood North. All these things are responsibility of the government. But we don't call for the government to respond on the confrontation. We tell them to make a relationship with that countries and to redeploy their forces in the boundaries. When you know that you redeploy, you know anyone cannot encroach tomorrow. But if now you withdraw forces from key base and bring them to Ngadapan, because of Kenya, they came to Ngadapan, they came to what's so-called Lokoto. It is because there's no forces there. So you must have terrain. You must have people in the border. You must have agreement with those people of that country, and you have to manage the affairs of that soldiers. You have to give them you give them their welfare. That is three has to be done by the government. Why our government is not doing that? Is not maintaining our forces. Is not giving, not deploy them in borders. Is not able to agree with that countries who bordering us. They are always killing civilians. They are always looting and taking properties and also taking land. This one, it is a blame to government. Look now, when the chief of defense forces went there to Uganda, has been received by the chief of ground forces there and make agreement with that. Later on, chief of defense forces there will not respond because he is not the one who agree with the chief of defense forces. He's been here and their forces are not withdrawn. In that day, he's coming here. So if they are true, members of the parliament has to table the motion, and that motion has to be taken to East African Legislative Assembly. And the Ugandans will be questioned there to come and answer the question of encroaching to South Sudan.
All right.
We are not able to sit ourselves and solve this. They are not accepting that. So let these members of the parliament take motion to Eastern African Legislative Assembly.
Thank you.
For another city, and Uganda to be out there. That is solution.
Thank you. Thank you, Joseph, for sharing your thought with us. According to Joseph, the two army cannot manage to bring a lasting peace along the shared borders. And he is also urging the parliament to move a motion summoning that Uganda, who is South Sudan counterpart, to the East African Legislative Assembly for further questioning. And thank you all for sharing your thought with us. Remember, we have been discussing about a joint meeting between Uganda and South Sudan, and we have been seeking your thought whether you think some of these joint meeting will bring lasting peace and security along the shared border between Uganda and South Sudan. I've been your host, Madrama James, and thank you so much for sharing your thought with us.